All right, so let's get rid of me because we really don't need to be seeing me anymore. Let's get started by doing our very first table, which is going to be our employee demographics table. So let's start off by saying create table, and we have to name it. So let's do employee demographics and enter down. We want to do an open parenthesis. Now we need to specify what our column names are going to be and what the data type is for each column. So let's start off with employee ID, and we want that to be an integer. So that'll be like 1, 2, 3, 4, anything numeric. Now we want to do first name, and let's make that varchar 50. If you don't know what these data types are, that's okay. That will probably be covered in a different video. That's not really necessary for this video. Let's do last name. We'll also make that varchar 50. Let's do age. Make that an integer, and very last, let's do gender, and we will make that varchar 50 as well. So now we have our very first table. Let's run that, and we'll see if it works. We'll go over here, and we'll refresh our tables, and there you go. So we have our very first table. Let's go up here, let's get rid of this one, and now let's create our second table. So we're going to do basically the exact same thing, but we're going to have a little bit different information in it. This is going to be our employee salary table. So let's do create table, and again we need to name it, and enter and open parentheses. So now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to do employee ID. Let's make that an integer. Now we want the job title because we want to know what they do. And this one is going to be varchar 50 because we keep it pretty simple. Whoops. And then for our very last one, we're going to do salary, and that will be integer as well. And I'll just do it here. So let's create this table. Let's see if it is there. And there we go. So let's open up one of these tables really quick. See what's in there, see what it looks like. As you can see, we do not have any information in there. When you create a new table, sometimes when you open it up, you're going to see this. If you want to get rid of that, you just need to do I think it's called a hard refresh or something like that, but you can do Control-Shift-R. Let's see if it works for me. I just did it. All right, and it goes away. So now it recognizes it as a table. So we're good there. Let's go back here. And let's get rid of all this. We've already created our tables. Now we want to insert the data into our tables. So let's see what that looks like. Let's do insert into, and now we need to specify what table we're inserting our data into. So let's start off with employee demographics. Let's do values. So now we have to select what values we're going to put into this table. So now we're going to have to do the employee ID. So let's do 1001. And then we're going to do first name. So let's do Jim. Last name, Halpert. And then his age. Let's say he's 30. And he is a male. Now, just for fun, let's execute that. Let's go back to this table right here and execute. And as you can see, all of our information actually went in there. So now we have his employee ID, his first name, his last name, age, and gender. Now, we need a lot more information for this table in order to actually learn a lot of the concepts of querying the table. So I'm actually going to go through and add a ton more information. I'm not going to bore you through that, but I will show you the final product before I actually hit execute. So stick with me. I'm actually just going to cut to the end where I insert all my stuff down here. And then if you want that, I'll probably leave it in the description or maybe put it in my GitHub or something so that you can easily just go copy and paste that if that's what you want to do. So I'll see you in a few seconds. All right, so I have all my values right here. I actually am going to take this one out because I already did that one. But this is our additional information. Let's insert that into our table real quick and go back here and take a look at it. And there you go. This is going to be our core information that we are querying off of in future videos. So that table is completely finished. Let's go back here. We're going to get rid of this because now we want to insert our information to our other table. So let's do insert into, and let's do employee, and now we're going to do salary. So let's do values to specify that we're inserting values into there. And in this one we have employee ID. So again, let's do 1001, that's Jim. His job title is salesman. And let's say his salary is $45,000. And let's execute that. And you can't see it, but down here it says it's done. Let's go to that table. And as you can see, that is inserted. I'm going to do the exact same thing as I did before. I am going to fill out all these, and in a second, it will be done on your side. And then again, I will leave it in the description, or I'm going to put it on my GitHub, and you guys can just copy and paste that if that's what you. All right, just like before, I'm going to get rid of this first one. That is Jim. He is already done. Now let's insert this information. It is finished. Let's go back here, and there we go. Now we have both of our tables and we are good to go for future videos. So thank you so much for sticking all the way through this one. In the next video, we're going to actually begin querying the table and learning the select, the from, the where, the group by, and the order by statement. Everything is in these upcoming videos, so stick around and we will learn all of that together. Thank you so much for joining me. If you like this type of content, be sure to subscribe below, and I'll see you in the next video.